Hey Leo, welcome to your weekly forecast for November 18th through the 24th. We're going to connect here and see what's going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to pull messages from this deck here, and then we're going to pull a spirit message for you from that deck there. As always, we're still coming out of this really intense full moon in Taurus energy. The moon energies, the last few moons we've had, they've been pretty intense, and I always say even people who maybe aren't typically sensitive to moon energy may really be feeling these past few rounds. So we'll see what's happening with Leo. Leo, here's your Monday, Tuesday, excuse me. Your Wednesday, Thursday. And your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Alrighty, my darlings. So let's get right on into it. Monday and Tuesday, you all have, I believe this is the Queen of Swords. Let's double check here. Okay, so this is the page. You've got the Page of Swords. Needed to double check. This is a new deck. And this is the page here in this deck. So we've got Page of Swords. There's going to be some news kind of coming in. One of the other signs also got this card, but I think theirs was midweek. I can't remember who it was. But, you know, for them, I felt a lot of, like, conflict energy with, like, a authoritative female figure. I'm not necessarily getting that vibe for you guys, but I'm getting a different vibe for you guys in terms of you all having to speak up or finding your voice. It feels to me like you've been holding back, Leo. You've been holding back on a situation, or you've been trying to hint at something. Either you've been trying to step away from a situation because you know, it's not working for you anymore, and you haven't been wanting to say it in a direct way. You've been going about it like a roundabout way, not like trying to ghost the person, but just, you know, like politely trying to remove yourself from a situation, and it just has not been happening. Or you've been trying to hint with someone or in a situation that you're interested in something, like maybe you've been trying to hint at work that you want to move up, or maybe you've been trying to hint with someone that you want to go to the next level with them, or that you want to date them, or, you know, whatever it might be. And, you know, this person or this situation, they're not getting it. The hints are not being picked up. You're laying it down and they're not picking it up. They're not getting it. So I feel like Monday, Tuesday, something is happening for some of you Leos where you're feeling kind of bold and you're like, damn it, I'm just going to speak up. I'm just going to lay it out there. And, you know, it is what it is. They can like it and be all for it, or they can not like it and not be for it. But at least I'm not in this limbo anymore. So, Leo, I feel like you all are feeling very moved to speak or say what is on your mind and what is on your heart. Understand, Leo, this is going to be a big moment, a big, like, blockbuster. Well, not blockbuster like movies, but like you know, busting out of a block, or busting out of like a time of being stuck. If you are a Leo that you've kept having these cycles in relationships with people where it's always like your feelings don't matter as much as theirs, like you do a lot, you give a lot, and you're always caring about their feelings, but they're not caring about yours. When you start to speak up like this, and albeit in a polite way, right? Like you're not getting all, you know, going off on anybody, but in a polite way, when you take this stand, you're coming to a new contract with the universe where you're like, you know what? My feelings matter, and I'm only going to tolerate situations and relationships where people treat my feelings with respect. So the first stand is by you saying, hey, like, this is worth me saying, this is worth me speaking, what I feel matters right now. So I do feel, Leo, some of you are speaking up about a situation. Some of you may be speaking out about an injustice. I am feeling that as well. Your Wednesday, Thursday card, my darlings, is, you got a lot of sword energy. You've got Ace of Swords, which in this particular deck is one of swords. We don't really usually see that. But you've got Ace of Swords here. And so Ace of Swords is going to be a new way about approaching a situation, coming in with a new approach. Now, all tarot readers have certain cards that mean a certain kind of specific different thing on top of the regular meaning for them. And this is one of those cards for me. When I see Ace of Swords, it gives me a sense or a feeling that you're breaking out of some kind of a limited belief, like something that was holding you back, or something you were looking at a situation. You're finding a new way of approaching it or a new way of solving it. Leo, for some of you, I feel there is someone coming to you for some reason with like an idea about improving a situation or improving their relationship with you. I feel that there may have been someone who in the past, maybe a job, maybe it's a job you quit, it could be a relationship, it could be a family situation, something that you moved on from the past, and they're just now waking up. They're just now seeing what you were trying to say, or what it was you were trying to explain to them, and they're coming back around and they're like, hey, you know, like, I see it now, or I see the light, or I've changed, or things are better now, or I've got an idea on how we can fix things with us. And so it'll be up to you how you want to accept that. I mean, it's going to be a case-by-case situation, obviously. If it was an abusive person or someone that did a lot of damage, obviously you don't want to give that another chance, but you know, it's going to be different for different ones of you. I do feel, though, Leo, that this is going to be for most of you, the majority of you, more so your breakthrough, like your mental breakthrough. You're seeing things in a different way. You seeing yourself in a different way. Leo, I feel some of you are all of a sudden having an epiphany about a skill or a talent that you have that you're putting together with like your life purpose. That this is what I'm here to share with the universe. This is what I'm here to share with the planet. And so there's a whole transformation that's happening. And it's starting with some kind of an epiphany that many of you are having in the middle of the week. Okay, so understand something. We are still in that energy of the Taurus full moon, and that Taurus full moon came in to help bring us about permanent changes in our life. So Leo, especially if you've been one of those people where you've been frustrated because you keep trying to make improvements or you keep trying to make changes and it just doesn't seem to happen, or like you feel like you're building sandcastles and the tide is coming in and sweeping them away. That is going to be no more. Like this transformation that you're having, these changes that you're making, they're going to be permanent this time around. Like you're going to have more control, more direction. And I'm hearing precision, precise. So maybe, Leo, some of you feel like you've been making a lot of mistakes, or your thinking has been foggy, or you've just like been scrambling or mixing things up. I think midweek, a lot of this is shifting and you're having more clarity where you're not making those mistakes or having that fogginess. Let's go ahead and see your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have, oh, that's the back of the card. You have 6 of Cups. So this definitely does hit home the fact that some of you are dealing with some kind of a reconciliation. Someone wants to come home. The dog wants out of the doghouse, Leo. You let the dog out, they want to come back. Wow, so here it is. For some of you, yeah. For some of you, somebody wants out of the doghouse. But for other ones of you, this might be where you're revisiting your past. And this could be a part of the transformation that you're going through. As you're going through this transformation, a lot of you are looking back upon your life and everything that's happened that's gotten you to where you are now. And you're realizing and you're seeing, you're having all of these epiphanies that, oh my goodness, that's why I've always felt this way, or that's why I've always felt that way, or a lot of the things that have been holding you back are going to make sense because you're going back to the moment that you developed a certain fear or a phobia, or the moment that you developed a certain belief that is not a true belief, that's been negatively impacting your life. It's almost like, I don't know if any of you have ever had a situation where you maybe are helping somebody clean out a jewelry box or going through somebody's jewelry box or your own, and sometimes like the gold and silver chains, the chains, like silver metal chains, they get knotted up in like this ball, like they get really tangled, and you got to go through, and it takes sometimes a lot of work to just go through and untangle them all. That's what's happening with your energy, with your experiences, with your life. Like there's just been this big jumbled mess, and you don't know how you got to where you are or why you're feeling the way that you are, but you're beginning to untangle a lot of that at the end of the week. And when you do, when you get it all untangled, all of those experiences are actually tools that are going to be very valuable and beneficial for you. So it's like you're getting that big wad thing untangled, and you're going to be left with your treasures. You're going to be left with your valuable little metal chains that are worth something. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening, Leo. I feel like you guys are gearing up for something big, but there might be just kind of like this downtime before that happens, where you're just kind of in like, you're going down memory lane for a little bit. But it feels to me like an arrow inside of the, like it's being pulled back. It's being pulled back against the bow, about to be released. And once it's released, it's going to fly off really, 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 like just going to go very far. Like that's how I'm feeling. Like you're kind of going backward a little bit so that you can go zooming off to where you're meant to be and to hit your target, to hit your mark. So yeah, prepare for a stroll down memory lane. And a lot of you might actually have people falling out of the woodwork as a result. Don't be surprised. You know, I know people say that around Mercury retrograde, people come up from the past. I know we're already kind of coming out of Mercury retrograde. You know, that's kind of old news, old energy. But don't be surprised if you have people showing up, you know, even after Mercury retrograde has ended. You might still be having people, you know, showing up and being around you and trying to, you know, get in touch with you. A lot of this is because Spirit is giving you a chance to untangle that big mess. So just because somebody comes back and is very, very repentant, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to take this person back into your life, or, oh, they must love me. Even if they're telling you that they love you, it's not always because, okay, you're meant to be with this person, that's why they're back. Sometimes people come back so we can resolve the unresolved things. Okay, so maybe pray and meditate for guidance on that. How should I handle this situation? This person's reaching out again. You know, is this person here for me to be with? Is this person here for me to work things through with? So ask your angels and guides to help you with that as well. Let's see what your spirit message is for the week, my darlings. And again, I really encourage you to watch your moon sign and your rising sign videos. Some weeks, those will resonate with you more than others. Or they may add little extra tidbits of information that could be helpful for you. So, your card here is listen. Listen, listen, listen. So for those of you where you do have somebody kind of coming back, or who might be like kind of coming back around, or who might be trying to reach out to you or talk to you, this is basically telling you that you don't have to do anything other than listen for some of you. Like, you know, you don't want to be with this person, but there's something you need to hear. Also, I'm going to say this. If you're not sure what somebody's motivation is, or somebody's intention is about a situation, let them talk, Leo. This is the week that I think a lot of things are going to be revealed to you. And if you just let somebody talk, if you can stay silent and just let somebody talk and let them fill up the silence with their words, you will be surprised at what comes out of their mouth. Things are going to fly out of their mouth that you're like, woo, okay. Believe me, it happens a lot. And this can be a protection in some cases, because some people, they rat on themselves. They tell on themselves. So listen to what people are saying. Pay attention to the words, right? Pay attention to what's being said, because there's information there for you in between the lines, so to speak, in some cases. Also, Leo, I feel a lot of you are picking up on your messages a lot stronger and a lot more clearly. Your messages from higher self, from God, from angels, from universe. So it's going to be important for you to make time this week especially to sit and be still, and to just let yourself listen for what you're feeling or what you're hearing inside of yourself. Okay, this might be a good time, instead of going out and getting a lot of advice or you know, talking to people about what's going on, to take some time in the quiet and just sit with what's going on. You know, pray, meditate, and just let yourself rest without distraction, without the cell phone, without YouTube, without you know, just not all week, but just make time during the week. right? Like you can still be on your phone and YouTube and talk to your friends and watch TV and all that. You can still do all that during the week, but just make sure you're setting aside time a little bit each day. Preferably, I would say either in the morning when you wake up or in the evening before you go to bed. I think those are the best times to just kind of check in with yourself and connect and be in that connection and see what messages are coming in for you, okay? If you would like a private reading, you can definitely click on the Calendly link in the description of this video, and it will take you to the scheduling page. Guys, I would highly, highly recommend that you watch the November love readings, even if you don't care about love, even if you are happily single or happily in a relationship and you have no questions about your relationship at all, you know it's good, it's solid. I would still suggest watching the love readings for November because the November energies are very intense, and I knew they were going to be intense going in. So Spirit led me to channel for the November love readings. So even though you hear my voice on the video, they're not my words. They're words from Spirit, and when Spirit comes through like that, Spirit has a lot of really great things that can be applied not just in love but in other ways. So I highly recommend watching that. I got such a huge response that I did another channeling video for the full moon in Taurus, and I got a big response to that. So as a result, guys, there's going to be more channeling on my channel. Every month I'll do a channeled reading for, I guess people are asking me to do it for each zodiac sign. I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe I'll just do one channeled message for everyone every month. But everybody's saying, no, 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 do it for the zodiac signs. And you guys will have to let me know. I guess I'll go by what most people want. You'll still get the weekly tarot readings. Those aren't going anywhere. You're still going to get these weekly readings like this. And I'll still do a love reading every month. But I'll probably replace the CROSSWATCHER videos with the channeled message. And then if I do them by zodiac sign, then I guess at least CROSSWATCHERS can watch the zodiac sign of the person they're curious about. But we're going to do more channeling here. I thank you all for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I am wishing you a fabulous week, my darlings.